This is Jamaica 5288, and I want to bring you all in on my dinner because I am starving, and it's time to make dinner. So that's what we're gonna make. See this pepper? That ain't it. We're gonna make some shrimp and grits. Shrimp and grits is on the menu. Let's get to it. So today we're gonna plant some sage. Get it out of here. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get to it. All right, so let's go over the list of ingredients for our shrimp. I guess we'll call it shrimp gumbo. I don't know. Shrimp, Creole shrimp gumbo. You all tell me. So I have my bowl here. First thing we're gonna have is we're gonna have some green onions, some celery, some tomatoes, 2 of them, about 2 stalks of celery. I washed this off, but it still got some stuff on it. Some bell pepper, at least 3 big pieces of garlic or 4 small pieces, onion. Of course, you're gonna have your shrimp, and we're gonna deshell these and devein these. Once you take the shells off, we're gonna put it in a pot of water. We're gonna boil this and make a stock because we need it for our gumbo. Creole kick, onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, and some salt. Oh, and some filet. For our underneath, or for our bed, we're going, oh, and of course we're gonna need some flour for our roux, and some oil, and some butter. For underneath, we're gonna do some shrimp and grits, so we're gonna have some quick grits here, and I'm gonna put some cheese in it to make it wholesome, you know, to make it wholesome. So let's get to it. Let's get to cutting this stuff up. I'm gonna cut it up, and then I'll show you, well, I'm gonna show you how I devein the shrimp, then I'm gonna cut up all my vegetables, and we're gonna get to it. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get our shrimp. We're gonna take our shells off and just take it by the tail and take it off. Do not throw your shells away. Put them in a pot of water. I'm gonna put this on the stove on high initially with a little bit of salt. About a tablespoon of salt. I'm gonna put this on the stove and let it simmer. We're gonna bring it to a boil, and then we're gonna turn it down and let it simmer. We have our pot on high right now. Once it starts boiling, I'm gonna turn it down to about 2, which is just above low, and I'm gonna let it simmer while we're doing the rest of the recipe, okay? Go ahead and do that. It's important for you all to see how I devein the shrimp. You cut this open right here. Look inside to see if there's any vein in there, any black vein. They usually purge these shrimp, but sometimes there's a little black line in it that contains a bunch of debris. This one doesn't have it. Let me find one with it on there. Okay, see that? See that black thing? We need to get that out. You cut it down the back, its back, with your knife. Open it up and pull that vein out, which is why they call it deveining. You want to pull all of that out. See that? That needs to go. Every last one of them, check them. Just because you don't see it right here doesn't mean that there's not any black stuff inside there. And we want to do it all the way to the bottom. Make sure we get all that stuff out, okay? Put it in a bowl of water after you cut it through. Okay, so we have all our vegetables cut up. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to heat up some oil, and we are going to make our roux. Put about a half a cup of sunflower oil in there, and we need to put equal amounts of flour into the pan. Make it low and slow because I am not well versed in this. I'm gonna get something that is comparable to this pan because this pan is non-stick. So get a wooden spatula and move it around. Trying to brown off our flour. Get that floury taste going, and we're gonna try to make this a brownish color. And I have it on medium heat right now. I'm gonna keep on moving it around. If you burn your roux, you have to start over. That's the rule. I'll turn it down. Take it off the fire. I'm gonna bring this down by putting my onions in, because I'm scared. It's gonna continue to cook though. It's gonna continue to cook with the onion in there. Keep this thing moving around. Keep on moving your roux, because your roux is still getting darker, even though we put the onion in there. Still getting darker. And it's starting to smell really good. Keep on going. Let that onion cook for about a minute or two. I'm going to add our bell pepper. All you're doing is building your flavors. Move y'all over a little bit so y'all can see more. Take my fire back up to 4. On to the celery. That's the holy trinity right there. Onion, bell pepper, and celery. Keep on moving it around. Time to add our tomato. And our garlic and our Scotch bonnet. You only have 2 ingredients left: the shrimp, the other seasoning, and the green onion. We're gonna cut those up in a second. Move this stuff around. Cut up your green onion. We use the whole 2 green onion, all of it. Move that around. All right, time to add our, let me turn this up to about 6. Time to add our stock. I added 4 cups of the shrimp stock in there. I'm gonna mix this up. I may need to add some more. I'm at about a 1/2 cup more. All right. Take some onion powder. About a teaspoon. Crumble that up and put it in there. Mine is all, you know, mine gets stuck together. Garlic powder. About a teaspoon. Black pepper. About a teaspoon. We're going to taste this, so don't worry. Not to worry, Jamaica got this. And Creole Kick. I'm going to get a tablespoon of that and put it in there. All right, we're going to mix this together. And we're going to do a taste test. Shrimp is not in yet. If your roux is becoming too thick too quick, like mine is, go ahead and put some more of your stock in there. It won't hurt. Now I'm going to do a taste test. Moving this thing around, I want it loose until these vegetables start disappearing. I don't want to see all this stuff. So taste test number 1. Need some more Creole Kick. That's about another teaspoon of Creole Kick. Let's mix that around. And just for good measure, I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt. There we go, right there. That's about a teaspoon right there. Mix it up. Do another taste test. I brought a whole bunch of spoons over here. Much better. So while our roux or our sauce is reducing, I need to turn this down to about 5. I'm going to get a cup of the shrimp broth. And according with the directions, wow. 1 cup of water to 4 tablespoons of grits. So I'm going to put more than a cup in there since there's 2 of us. Put 2 cups. That's about 2 cups right there. 8 tablespoons of grits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm gonna put a little bit more for good measure. Okay, let me go and get some cheese. Okay, and go ahead and get some butter, put it on in there. We're gonna put some cheese in there too, so this is gonna be very, very healthy. Remember to stir your grits. They will get lumpy on you if you don't stir them in, okay? We'll put the cheese in last, but you need to keep on stirring your grits, okay? Add just like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt in there, just for good measure. All right, these are quick grits. Remember that, right? Let's go ahead and put our shrimp into our sauce. Drain off as much water as possible. It doesn't matter. It'll boil off anyway. That's just gonna give it more flavor. Mix your shrimp in. Shrimp does not take long to cook. Gonna turn that back up. Let this mosey on down while we're stirring our grits. Just as our grits begin to thicken, add about 1/8 of a cup of cheese. I'm using cheddar cheese. Use the cheese you like. You can use Gruyere, Javier, Jesus. Gruyere, not Swiss. Any cheese. I like cheddar though. Incorporate that into your grits. Let me check the consistency of the gumbo. Everything's done. Time to plate. All right, here's my bowl. Get your grits. Oh, those are good. Put your grits in your bowl. This should be enough for 2 people. Make a hole in your grits. Get a nice little ladle. Scoop up some of your shrimp. And pile it on. Here we go. Delish. Huh? Delicious. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right, here we go. That is good. A little hot. If you don't like it hot, take the seeds out of the habanero. Don't use the habanero. Use another kind of pepper. That is so good. That is so good. We're going to eat good tonight. Everybody's going to sleep well because this is a little heavy. This is Jamaica 5288, and this is my Cajun shrimp with cheesy grits. Thank you for being with me. See you on the next one. Bye.